My mom and I both love cheese popcorners. Easily our favorite mutual snacks. They were half off when we went grocery shopping and the cheese ones sell out really quick, so I grabbed packs. Cut to today, I was eating some and was sitting on the couch when my dog came up to me and looked at me with big eyes. She's an old girl and I share my food with her a lot anyway, so I threw her a chip. Then my cat came over and was sniffing my fingers curiously, so I broke him off a little bit of the chip and he licked it clean and ate it. They both watched me eat the rest of the bag, which was crumbs really. Cut to minutes ago, I was sitting down on the couch again and I open a pack. I immediately hear the ring of a bell and my cat spawns in next to me, sitting there with the cutest, biggest dilated eyes, and I see my dog saunter and looking at me with those eyes. And they both just sat there staring at me while I stared back, eating the chips slowly. I of course caved, threw my cat a chip and my dog. They both sat there, cute as buttons, waiting for me to feed them more. I didn't and instead wrapped the bag up. My cat gave me a miffed-looking face and jumped away. My dog simply curled into a ball and watched the TV. I fucked up. I've created little junk food junkies. And I know I will continue to enable this. I'm a pathetic person who gives in to her pet's wants and needs. TLDR, I've created junk food junkies. And I'm scared because I know I'll always cave because they're so cute. My partner and I have been together for over years. We broke up for a short while, both dated other people for a few months in between, and we recently got back together. Her side of things with her ex have been pretty tough. They are no longer in contact. I won't explain any further, but the whole situation has been pretty traumatic for her. This is where I fucked up. A bit after we got back together, I decided it was time for a new tattoo. I get a new one every so often when I can afford it. So I got a skull on my calf. The idea was on a bit of a whim as it was from a flash sheet that my artist friend had, but I loved the way it looked, so I got it. I showed my GF and she said it looked great, she loved it, etc. Fast forward, every once in a while curiosity gets the best of me and I occasionally stalk said ex's social media. She was horrible to her. I love this woman so much and I feel angry for what happened to her, and I guess lurking her ex's social media fuels the fire. I know it's not healthy. Anyway, one of the pictures showed part of ex's calf that was tattooed. Guess what? It's an effing skull. In the exact same spot, same size, just different shading. This was a horrible coincidence, and I know that my GF didn't have the heart to tell me that I have matching tattoos with her ex that has been actively trying to ruin her life for the past few months. I know that whenever she looks at it she has to think of her again, and I feel awful. Should I tell my GF that I know and offer to get it covered up? Or just tell her I know so that he can share her feelings about it? Or just let it go? TLDR, I found out through social media that my GF's recent ex has the same tattoo that I got recently. Should I tell her I know and offer to have it covered? I went to club and I am actually introverted person, I don't usually talk much. But as I don't have anyone to share, I thought I should share here. Let's get to the point. I went to a colleague's party as I was invited. I was sitting and no one was beside, seat was empty as I didn't bring anyone. A girl came and sat beside me. She talked to me in friendly way, then the chat goes like this. She says, you know, it was too hard for me, my father died when I was only 16. Can you believe it? I was like, what's there to believe in this? I don't know you. I just kept blank face. A sudden thought came to my mind, maybe she wants me to console her. TBH, I don't know how to console, as I said I'm introvert. So, I said it's same for me, my mother died when I was 13. She got freeze. It's not like it's some big word. I said the same story as her, but her reaction was more than mine. She said, oh, I feel sorry for you. I said, why you're feeling sorry? It's not like you're the one who killed her. After listening to my words, she got up and quickly walked away. Maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Or maybe I don't know how to sympathize with others. But what I said was the truth, I didn't lie a single word. When I went home I realized something, I laughed at myself in that conversation. TLDR, well, it was just a big messed up conversation from an introverted person. That person is me. If you want to know the whole story, just read it. So L ordered delivery this evening. ID had a glass of wine and was bit tipsy. I got back-to-back calls from a number with an area code from where I live. It was marked on my phone as spam, and because LM not near my home, I'm about hours from there, I assumed it was spam. It kept calling back, but LVE had issues with spam callers repeatedly calling me. I picked up the phone on the third call, and it began with an automated message, this call may be monitored for quality or something like that. Once a guy started talking, I just screamed. This scream was a horror movie scream. I've practiced this scream, and in my tipsy state I thought it'd be a good idea to try that out. The guy said, are you kidding me? And then he hung up. Then he called again. I got the same message and I did the same thing as soon as he got on the line. I screamed as loud as I could in that horror movie way. He then said, I'm your Uber Eats driver. I paused for a few seconds, not sure what to do. Then I profusely apologized and explained I thought it was a scam. He told me that he was going to cancel the order and let me figure it out, and then he hung up. He didn't cancel the order and he decided to bring it to me. When I explained what happened, he laughed, so I'm glad I didn't ruin his night too much. TLDR, I thought I screamed at a spam caller, but I really just annoyed my delivery driver. Hey, I kinda fucked up TBH, most of this is my fault. To give some background, I haven't been on a date for nearly 2 years. My past relationship that lasted years cheated on me and it really fucked me up to the point where I basically gave up on taking care of myself. It was really bad. So fast forward to present after a lot of gym and soul searching, where I matched with this really cute girl, but when I talked to her I found her to be the most amazing girl. Now most people would say this is just infatuation, but it felt really special. I genuinely felt like I could spend the rest of my life with this girl and I would be happy. Also, I need to mention, because it's relevant to the story, I get panic attacks a lot in my life. My therapist said I have type C PTSD, it's just been a factor in my life since I was a kid. It really comes out when I think someone hates me and it's the worst feeling in the world. Now most of our talks are about our past relationships, beliefs, or just mundane stuff, and I was so happy just to talk about anything with this girl. I felt like I finally caught my break. And she was saying the same things, so I'm not the only culprit in this. She would say I was the best guy she ever met, how was I real, and that she really liked me. Fast forward today, we meet up and we had the most amazing date I've ever had. We just talked and held each other's hand, and just kind of vibed with each other, and it felt magical. I brought her home and then went home myself, and I was absolutely in a euphoric state the whole time. She said the same thing. I said loved her during the date and she said the same. We continued texting. This time she told her friends about me and they said this was not normal. Now, to give the benefit of the doubt, they are right in this situation. I know you are not supposed to say I love you or hold hands at the table in the first date, especially in the country we are in, which is a very conservative country. Also, I was staying here for about a year to spend time with family, and to help out some universities. That was also a red flag. I told her that yeah, they do have a point and they are looking out for her. I told her I would be happy to meet your friends to ease off their tensions, and I wanted to introduce her to my friends as well. We were supposed to do another date before I go to the countryside for a few days to meet family, but she got really sick so we couldn't. I was comforting her during this time and I may have overstepped the boundaries by messaging too much how she was feeling. She started messaging during this time that she will hurt me eventually and that she is working through some stuff and had suicidal thoughts. I told that we can work through it together, and I have a lot of issues as well, like my PTSD and such, and am not most go-lucky cheery person in the world. She said okay, let's do it, we can get through this. I was doing gym at the time. She hasn't messaged me in hours. I thought okay, she just needed some space. I'll send some random pictures of cats I found on the street. I got the message that she didn't want to continue the relationship and she was not ready for a serious relationship. I initially handled it matterly by saying that I can't stop her if she felt that way. But after doing personal bests and 3 exercises, and a long walk where I cried my eyes out, I felt like I had to fight or I would regret it for the rest of my life and I will never find peace with it. I messaged saying hey, can we talk, can we at least discuss this, or at least tell me why. The more she didn't respond, the more my anxiety flared up and more panic I had. I felt so shitty in the moment and I knew it was wrong to do, but I couldn't get that though out of my head that she hated me and that she would hurt herself or something, and my thoughts never stopped, it only increased. I kept on texting, I tried to call. This lasted one night until usually an hour in between every message. It got really bad and I was really worried for her, and I eventually tried messaging her friends saying please check up on her. Because of that she blocked me on everything except cell. I really wanted to know that she is okay and if she hated me. I called a bunch in my panic state and I barely could speak, and I texted until her sister answered. I constantly said sorry. I tried to explain myself, but I was constantly breaking up my words. The sister eventually just said look, this relationship only lasted around days, you cannot be in love with her, she is okay, do not call again or we will bring people in, respect her boundaries, get some help, you are mentally unstable. None of what she said was wrong. I was so relieved when I found out she was okay. All my panic was just whipped away. I know it's stupid and wrong and dumb, but it really did calm me down. Now I just feel so embarrassed and feel horrible. Look, I know I did bad, but I just want to move on and try and heal from this so I don't fuck up this badly again. Or even ways to get this pit out of my stomach. TLDR, girl didn't want to continue relationship. I got worried that she might hurt herself or hated me and panicked to the point she really does hate me. I am in love with my best friend, M. We are in the same class we are in year and usually hang out together. I am an introvert and don't usually talk to many people. When we met in year we instantly clicked, becoming close automatically. The thing is, after a bit I ended up falling for him, his dumbassery, how he comes to my desk just to bother me, everything about him makes my chest flutter. The more we hung out, the more I find out I love him. The problem is, he has a girlfriend and I don't want to destroy their relationship for my selfish reasons. He and his girlfriend have been together for longer than I have known him, but every time I see him, I am reminded of how much I love him. I don't sleep properly and am usually tired. He makes me feel more awake, more alive. I have helped him through his own hard times and vice versa. I can't help how I love him, and everyone I talk to about him ask if I'm in love with him, so it's pretty clear. I love him and can't help it. I just don't know what to do. Please give me any advice. TLDR, so tofu by falling in love with my best friend of 3 years and think I might ruin his relationship if I tell him. Info: we are both autistic and he has ADHD, if that changes anything. Today I get up big time. I blocked my ex's number so I can pour my heart out and beg him to return so I can get it all out. He had been giving mixed signals all week, saying I might come back or not. I might love you, I might not. I will never text you that I miss you, but oh I might. Well, I needed to get this out of me. Typed it out, let it out of me, hit send. I waited, deleted the text and unblocked him so we can talk like about logistics without him ever knowing what happened. Well, imagine my surprise when he texted back saying please leave me alone with this. Well, there goes the chance he might actually change his mind like he said. FCK. TLDR, I thought my ex won't receive my begging text after I blocked him, and he actually did.